Hey y'all! Tonight the Jackets play the Rangers, who are currently second worst in the Metro. But right now, we're here to talk about the things that they did last week. First things first, Cam Atkinson is injured. He has, as of Sunday, been put on injured reserve. On the bright side, Gabriel Carlsson was activated on Sunday. Though, who knows if he'll play, since all of our D-men are doing pretty well. So, last week I was recording the Cannon Fire during the Bruins game, and I was incredibly worried that that would curse them or something. But it didn't. The Jackets won 4-3 in the shootout. They had a faster start than usual, which is something that they've needed to work on, so that was really exciting and good. They dressed 7 defensemen, which means that they had 3 lines of forwards, and then 1 line that just had 2 forwards on it, and they got tossed around with a third person randomly added throughout the game. It was a weird setup, but it seemed to work pretty well. Tyler Motte got his first goal as a Jacket in his first game of the season, his debut game. He was also just generally very good. Of course, then, because the Jackets can't play a full 60 minutes, the trade-off to their good first period was that they fell apart in the third. Some notable moments of the game were that Panarin got his first goal in a while, although it was in the shootout. Milano was a healthy scratch, reportedly because he needs to learn how to play the patience game better. Not every shift can be a breakaway and a goal, and Sonny has to learn that. And the Jackets were 0 for 5 on the power play, which is not great at all. Also, Josh Anderson fought Chara, and he didn't do half bad against the Giant. He even got a hit or 2 in. Then, on Thursday, the Jackets played the Panthers and won 7-3. Motte was able to net his second goal in as many games, which is probably why Torts has said that Motte is forcing him to keep him in the lineup. I've said this about Dalpe before, but this guy doesn't want to go back to the AHL, so he's going to make himself invaluable so that Torts has to keep him up as long as possible. Which is exciting. It can turn to some pretty good games and some pretty good performance. The Jackets got 2 power play goals, one from Bjorkstrand and one from Jenner. This game was, I think, a lot about depth and how we have people that can score all over the ice, especially with Rovers, Jones, and Werenski. Bjorkstrand and Anderson both had 2 goals this game, but neither of them could complete the hat trick, which was unfortunate because there were a shocking amount of CBJ fans in Florida. It was a pretty standard game for the Blue Jackets. We had a slow start, we outshot them, and then we were able to pull out a win despite some sticky spots. More exciting was the game in Tampa on Saturday, which the Jackets unfortunately lost 5-4 in the shootout. After Tampa beat the Blue Jackets 2-0 in Nationwide, we were looking for some revenge. The first period ended tied, giving minor flashbacks to the Kings game, and then the second it was more on the Tampa Bay side, and then by the end of the third they were tied up again. It went into overtime, and annoyingly, the Jackets had a 4-on-3 power play, and despite Panarin getting a good shot on net, they were unable to end it. The game went into the shootout, and the Lightning pulled through. It's just another point of how our power play is very worrying, just how bad it's doing. Some other notes of the week. Calvert is back in Columbus, coming up on the game versus the Rangers after being struck in the teeth during the Panthers game and then getting checked hard by a Lightning demon. The Blue Jackets say that it's not a concussion, just an upper body injury, but it's still unfortunate for a guy that's been so gritty and working so hard recently, especially on the penalty kill where he's already had 4 shorthanded goal chances. Pierre-Luc Dubois has been back in center this week. He said that his dad used to make him play center when he was having a hard time producing on the wing, and Tortorella decided to take some of that advice. He's looked pretty good all week, so I'd say that it worked. The Jackets are currently in the first spot in the Metro, according to the Shoot Once podcast uploaded on Thursday. We're at a 30% chance to top the Metro, which is the highest in the division, and about an 80% chance to get into the playoffs. The stats experts are also predicting another 100-plus point season. It's early, I know, but that's kind of exciting, right? Panarin is in a scoring drought, the longest of his career, which is worrying when the whole story this summer was that we got him because he's an elite goal scorer. Worry not, though, because he's very clearly frustrated with his own lack of production and is trying to fix it. Also, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. We can calm down. In other exciting hockey news, Duchesne was finally traded. It was a 3-way trade between the Ottawa Senators and the Nashville Predators, where Ottawa got Duchesne, Nashville got Turris, and the Avalanche got basically everything they've been asking for. 2 decent forwards, a potential top D, another goalie, and a few draft picks. After seeing that, I'm pretty happy that the Jackets weren't a part of it. How ridiculous! That's just so much! Also, despite the ups and downs of our lack of full 60 play, our power play being bad, us having to grind out wins against teams that we should have been better against, this has been the best October in franchise history! And yet, we still have so much to complain about. Is that all winning is? Just being worried about being bad again? Well, I guess it beats tanking. Thank you so much for watching. Click like if you like this. Click subscribe if you loved it. I'm Lydia. This is Cannon Fire. And let's all hope that our power play can get itself together.